Morning, everyone. Welcome to another live hockey workout, hockey-specific workout with me, Matt Alexander, as part of the Hockey for Heroes Hockey at Home with the Experts, sponsored by Jaffa. Just spend a couple of seconds now to like and share the video, the live stream. Let's get as many people this morning up moving. It's only a little 30-minute workout, and there's different levels depending on how fit you are and how mobile you are. So there's going to be something in today's workout for everyone. So basically, the idea of these sessions is to kind of introduce you to a little bit of strength and conditioning. That's what I do. I'm a strength and conditioning coach for Hockey for Heroes. And all I'm trying to do is just give you a small dose of something that may help to improve your performance and then prevent you from getting injuries and stuff like that when we're playing the sport that we love. So this is going to last for about 30 minutes. Then at 11, we're going to be doing a live Q&A with myself. So start thinking about any questions that you'd like to get answered around injury, nutrition, or training, or anything else that you can think of. And I'll try my best to answer it. So basically, the way today is going to work, similar to other sessions, if you've joined other sessions, we're going to warm up, a little bit of a fun game to warm up today. Then we're going to come into that ESD session. So that's energy system development, or that conditioning, that cardio element. I have these right at the front of my sessions because this is where I want you guys to absolutely red line, give it everything you've got. And then we're then going to come into a little bit of a strength circuit. Then at the end, we're going to have a play about with today with what's called a tempo, which is a great way to, overload the muscles without having to increase the weight, which is a limitation that we're all struggling with at the moment. So we're going to come into our warm up. Again, feel free to steal these warm ups and stuff like that when we get back to club. So we're going to come into a pulse raiser. So we're going to get our heart rate elevated, get the blood flow to the muscles. So all I want you to do in the space that you've got, I want you to write in capital letters with your feet your first name. Okay, so here's an example. So I'm Matt, so I'll come to the forward, into there, back into there, back into there, trying to make an M, and I'm going to come into a capital A, into that side step, okay, into there, and try and make a T. Okay, I'm going to give you 30 seconds to get as far through your name as you can. Okay, and then comment in the box and see how far you've got. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, so get up into your, and try and spread out your name. Try not to stack it on your AstroTurf. Okay, come into there, into there. Okay, you got last 10 seconds. Okay, so as quick as you can, try and spell out in capital letters your first name, move those feet, okay, as fast as you can. Heart rate nice and high. And time. So take 10 seconds now if you've got it. Pop in the comment box of how far you got. And then we're going to come into our stretching and mobilization, okay? So just going to try and keep your legs as straight as you can. Walk your hands out as far as you can. Keep that core tight. Drive that leg up. Dip that arm in. And open up. Feel the stretch coming through your hips and through the upper part of your spine. You're going to switch legs. Come into the other side. Reach that elbow down. Reach up. Legs back. You're going to cool back down into a squat position. Lift those bum up towards the sky. Then come into another one. Open up. If you've been on some of the other workouts, you know this is my favorite warm up. Okay, so it's going to really just mobilize all the joints that we need for hockey. Okay, open up those hips, open up that upper part of your spine, allow you to rotate. Okay, we're just going to do one more. Really reach up, switch sides, reach up towards the sky. Okay, you're going to sit back down into that squat there and then come back up. Okay, similar to what we've just done. Okay, but we're going to get shoulders activated a little bit more. So again, try and keep those legs straight, core nice and tight. Reach down into there. Okay, you're going to shoulder tap, cool back up into there. Okay, we're just going to do 2 more of those. So legs nice and straight to there, shoulder tap, Reach back up into there. Okay, again, legs nice and straight. There, shoulder tap, walk back up into there. Now what you're going to do, grab your hockey stick. If you're in a little bit of a tight space, then shorten it. What I want you to do, have one arm straight at the end of the hook, one arm slightly bent there. And all we're going to do, we're going to use that just to drive open and do kind of like a reverse golf swing. Okay, it's just going to help to stretch through the pec, in through those intercostals, okay, so right through your rib cage and down into that QL, so that kind of lower back stretch into there. Really open up into there. One more on this side. Okay, then we're going to swap sides, so exactly the same. So hand at the hook, other hand at the handle. Okay, you're just going to use this hand, okay, so my left hand, to help drive and get a stretch, come through my chest, through my back, through my lats, everything that needs opening up this morning. Okay, before we get into that workout, is there. Okay, one more. Good. Okay, and then we're going to work just quickly on stabilizing through the hips. So you're just going to come onto that one leg, and all you're going to do, okay, is you're going to try and pretend you're an aeroplane out into there. Try and keep your balance. Okay, we're just going to do 10 seconds on each leg. That's it, and then you're going to pull up. It's there. Exactly the same on the other side. So I'm going to reach that back foot out as far as I can. Stretch out to the opposite ward. Okay, and do my best aeroplane impression. As you can probably see, my ankle, knee, hip, yeah, working really hard to make those small adjustments. Those still stabilizing muscles before we get into that hard energy system development stage. There, and come back up. Okay, so similar to what we've done before, we're going to come into that conditioning session here. So what I want you to do, okay, this is where I want to give your max effort, okay? So we're going to work for 20 seconds with a 10-second rest, okay? And the two movements this week is going to be squat jumps, okay? So we're going to get a huge amount of musculature involved in here. So what you're going to do is you're going to squat down, jump as high as you can, nice landing, jump as high as you can into there. Key coaching point for this one, it is explosive. It's very easy to get wrong. Try not to sink all the way down into it. You want to work yourself like a spring, okay? So this is what I mean. If I'm coming up and I sink and collapse, you see how all of my body just crumples down into the floor. What I want to do is there, spring, spring, spring back up, okay? That's going to be the first exercise for 20 seconds. 10-second rest. Then we're then going to come into mountain climbers, okay? So into that push-up position, similar to high knees last week, okay, but it's now going to involve a little bit more of your core. So into there, knee drives up nice and high. You're going to switch. You're just going to pump those knees as hard as you can into there. Same as high knees last week. Try not to allow this to crumple over. I'm going to try and reach nice and tall, okay, and keep my chest as proud as I can, okay? 20 seconds with a 10-second rest. I'm going to start my timer. Grab a quick sip if you need to. Okay. And then we're going to get good to go. Cool. Okay, so it is warm today, guys. So grab a quick drink now while you can. Okay, so we're ready. So we're going to come into squat jumps first. 20 seconds with a 10-second rest, okay? 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's go. Okay, so you squat down, jump up to there. Good, nice solid landing. Into there, let's try not to crumple. Let's really use that floor to rebound up. Jump as short as we can. Okay, last 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, 10-second rest. Then before they come into those mountain climbers, remember, a nice proud chest here. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's go. Pump those knees. Again, we're going to try and keep that chest as proud as you possibly can. Bumping those knees high as you can. Okay, last 10 seconds. Here we go. Okay, 5, 3, 2, 1. Good. 10 seconds. Get that air in. Okay, 5 seconds before we come back into squat jumps. Try and get your hands involved this time. Okay, so I'm going to come in, use those hands to help drive my hips forwards. Okay, as high as I can. Really rebound off the floor. Trying to get as tall as I can in the air. 10 seconds, guys. Okay, before you get a 10-second rest. As I said, this is the portion where you're going to be working max effort. Okay, 2, 1, 10-second rest. Try and calm your breathing down. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Okay, back into mountain climbers. Nice and tall. Pump those knees. This is good. Everyone's doing super well. As long as you're working to your 100%, you're working hard on that form. Okay, you're doing exactly what you need to. Okay, good. Up out of that 10 seconds before we come into our last set of squat jumps. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Okay, squat jumps. Here we go. Again, use those arms to help drive those hips forwards, nice and tall in the air. So load and explode, load and explode. Good, last 5 seconds, let's go. Last 2, 1, good. Okay, 10 seconds. Get that air back in. Try and calm your breathing back down. Last little bit, okay, 3, 2, 1. Here we go, okay, mountain climbers. Pump those knees. Yeah, we're gonna have a break after this. Grab some water in. Top this morning. Now I want you guys to max out. Pump those knees as high as you can. Keep that chest nice and proud. Last 5, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Good work. Really, really good work. Okay, take 30 seconds to a minute now. Let that heart rate come back down again. Grab some water. Okay, and then I'm going to explain the strength part of this circuit and what I mean by tempo. So basically, what we're going to do is go and work for 4 seconds on the way down of a movement and 1 second on the way up. Okay, if this is challenging for you, just keep on trying to go through the movement and again, work at your level. So the first movement, okay, is going to be a Bulgarian split squat. Got a crazy name. Okay, so this is where you're going to need your step. It's going to pop your foot up onto the step. If you find balance challenging, grab your hockey stick, help out with your balance, and all you're going to do is you're going to sit into that leg and drive up. Okay. Level 2 then is going to be without the hockey stick. Level 3 then, if you really want to go this far, okay, you're going to come down. Okay, 4 seconds, 1 second jump up, 4 seconds on the way down, 1 second on the way up. Okay, that's the first exercise. Second exercise then is the core, okay, called a hollow hold. So you're going to come to the floor, tuck yourself up into a nice tight ball, keeping your back in like a dish shape. You're going to reach out as far as you can and tuck back in. Reach out for 4 seconds, tuck back in. If that's too difficult, you're just going to do one leg at a time. Okay, or you can just reach out as far as you can and pull back in. Third exercise, okay, is when you imagine you're doing a V drag. Okay, so you're gonna come into there, check back out, into there, check back out, into there. If you're a goalkeeper, I want you to do a nice little semicircle, okay? Hands up, okay, you're just gonna do semicircles around there, keep it nice and low, keeping the body shape. Okay, and then last exercise then is gonna be push-ups. So 4 seconds on the way down, 1 second back up. If that's too difficult, just pop your knees down on the floor, okay, and come down, press back up. Key point with push-ups, you want to make an arrow shape with your body rather than a T shape, okay, so arrow shape is here. Same as usual, 1 minute with a 10-second transition time. We're going to do 3 rounds.
bear with me, I'll get my timer set up so you guys know what you're working to. Okay, here we go. Okay, so first exercise then, Bulgarian split squats. I'm going to sit down, try and drive that front foot through the floor into there, okay? You want roughly about kind of like a stick length distance into there. I'm going to be sitting into this front leg and driving up. Come down for 4 seconds, driving up as hard as I can. Down for 4 seconds, driving up as hard as I can. If that's difficult and you're finding yourself with balance, grab that hockey stick. Okay, have your hockey stick in here, help out with that balance so you can really just focus on that front leg. If that's too easy, okay, you're going to come into down nice and slow, and you're going to drive up as hard as you can. Down nice and slow, drive up as hard as you can. We've got 10 seconds left with this. Keep working hard on that tempo, okay? 4 seconds down, 1 second on the way up. 4 seconds down. Okay, little 10-second breather then, okay, before we change legs. So again, same exercise. Okay, you're just going to change the legs over. So into that opposite leg. Again, if balance is an issue, using that hockey stick just to help out with your balance. But focusing on going 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. Good. If you don't need the hockey stick, then do exactly the same. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. Drive up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and drive up. Keep this going. Again, if you're unsure about kind of the length that you should be going out, okay, I want to be able to sit back into here without me touching anything and drive up. 4 seconds on the way down. Drive up as hard as I can off that front leg. And sit down for 4 seconds, trying to drive my whole weight over that trainer, okay, and force it into the floor. 10 seconds then before we come into this hollow hold. You're trying to make this nice dish shape with your lower back. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so you're going to tuck yourself into a nice tight ball. From there, keep that core as tight as you can. Yeah, reach out. That's it. Then snap back in nice and small. Reach out. Snap back in nice and small. If you're finding as you're reaching out, your lower back is arching off the floor, just don't come as far. Just go right to your limit. Tuck back in. Right to your limit. And tuck back in. Again, if that is still too difficult, okay, then just reach out with one arm, one leg. Tuck back in. Reach out with one arm, one leg. Okay, tuck back in. Or you can even just do legs into there. Okay, whatever helps you feel. It's through the core here. And I will use to keep that lower back pinned onto the floor, okay? We want to work in that abdominal area as hard as we possibly can. Last 5 seconds. Good, okay, 10 seconds, okay, then we're going to come into this V-drags, okay? So I just want you to imagine you're at training, okay? You're trying to beat the best player on your team. So you're going to line them up. Here we go, okay, and then into a little drag, pull up into there, little drag into there, okay? Same as what we would do with those lateral shuffles, trying to get my chest nice and proud so I can keep my vision up. Okay, and I'm trying to push as hard as I can off that leg and really push back into there again. Same as everything, I'm trying not to collapse over. As soon as I collapse over, I lose my vision. Plus I'm going to put undue stress through this lower back here, okay? So nice and proud into there, check back out. Proud, check back out. If you're a goalkeeper, okay, hands up, and you're just going to shuffle around in that semicircle into there, okay? Working those feet nice and hard. Okay, you should keep a shoulder width distance between your feet, okay? This is really inefficient, really dangerous, okay? Could cause you to fall over. 3 seconds then before we come into those push-ups. So 4 seconds on the way down, 1 second up. Either do full push-ups when I'm on your knees, Okay, so here we go. Core nice and tight. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, and up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Big push up. Keep this going. Keep that core as tight as you can, and drive up. If that's a struggle, pop your knees down. Exactly the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, and drive up. If you're finding super difficult for you even to push back off the floor, I just want you to work on the way down. So knees down, you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then sit back onto your bum, come back up, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way down, sit back, heels onto bum, come back up, okay? If you're finding it super easy, okay, you're just gonna come down 4 seconds, drive as aggressively as you can from the floor, and 4 seconds down, drive up. Good, okay, so that's 1 round done. We're gonna come straight back to the first exercise, okay, which will be those Bulgarian split squats. So again, I'm gonna put my foot up into there. Again, I'm just gonna drive down on the floor into that kind of start position of a sprint. I'm gonna drive back up as hard as I can. I'm gonna sink down, drive back up as hard as I can, okay? My whole weight is trying to drive my front foot through the floor the whole time. What tends to happen is people try and pull up with their back foot. That back foot is just there for balance, right? In an ideal world, if we were all good at balance, okay, we'd be doing, we'd be doing them like that, okay? But I understand that that's a little bit advanced, even for myself. So we just have that back foot up, and drive into the floor, drive up as hard as you can. 4 seconds on the way down, drive up as hard as you can. Okay, last 7 seconds. Again, if you're finding it difficult, grab a hockey stick. What can happen with this, okay, is you have that foot up and you're not doing this, okay, you're trying to get your balance, okay, just grab a hockey stick, work on that balance first and foremost, and just so you can get that work coming through that front leg and drive up. As you'll find, the more and more you do of this, the stabilizers will actually really start to kick in, and you'll just find that you'll just be a little bit more stable on that leg as we go through these rounds, and as your body then just starts to adapt to the movement. Yeah, your glutes start firing a little bit more. Those little muscles around the ankle start kind of making those small tweaks to help you out with your balance. You're going to drive back up. Again, this is a little bit easy for you. Imagine there's probably not a lot of you out there that this is easy for. Okay, but like you're just going to come down, okay, drive up into there. Now, drive up into there. Okay, so 4 seconds on the way down. This isn't about like how difficult you can do. This is about quality of that movement. Okay, so quality first and foremost, then bring that intensity in afterwards. Okay, 5 seconds. Okay, then we're going to come back into those hollow holds. So again, I want to be rounding that back over into there. You're going to reach arms and legs out for a level 3. Again, tuck back in nice and small. Arms and legs out. At no point should I feel a gap. Okay, I'm going to tuck back in. If that's too difficult, just come out as far as you can control it. And tuck back in. As far as you can control it. Tuck back in. Again, if that's too difficult, hold one leg. Come out as far as you can. Tuck back in. Reach out as far as you can. And tuck back in. And swap sides. Okay, we're level 3 into there. Tucking in nice and small. There. Tucking in nice and small. Let's keep this going for the last 12 seconds. Okay, you should feel here should be absolutely on fire. If it's not, regress it down because the chances are the lower back is compensating for you. Okay, 10-second rest then before we then come into those V drags. Again, just want a minute of solid hard work. Okay, focus on those positions. Nice and tall into there. Nice and tall into there. Okay. Just imagine you're entering the D. Okay. It's 1-1. Okay. Defender comes out. Go into that V drag into there. strike off that front foot into there, or you come into there off that backhand, okay, into there again. Goalkeepers nice and tall into there, okay, shuffle it round, okay, you might even want to come out to the front here. Again, you're trying to watch that player, see what they're doing, covering all your angles, keeping yourself nice and engaged in the game, ready to make a split-second reaction save. Again, if you're a tackler, since there's V-drags, keep that chest upright. Okay, imagine you're on an absolute worldy dribble, taking the whole team on. Okay, 10 seconds, we come back into those push-ups. 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's go. Okay, so 4 seconds on the way down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 up. The whole time, we're going to be keeping here engaged, okay? What tends to happen is people let their hips sink, right? So into here, and I come down, and here comes up first, into there, all right? We're going to use here to make that connection. Okay, you're going to be picking your body up like that, together as one unit. Again, if that's too difficult, just pop those knees down. So come up into a full push-up, pop your knees onto the floor, and just come down 4 seconds, and push back up if you can. Okay, if not, 4 seconds on the way down, into there. Okay, and then you're just going to shuffle your bum back onto your heels, and reset back up into your start position, and just work on that real slow negative. Good work here. That's 2 rounds done. 10 seconds before we come to that last round. Good. Okay, so back onto those Bulgarian split squats. Again, level 1 with that hockey stick for balance. If you had started off on level 1 for the last 2 rounds, maybe try getting rid of that hockey stick now. Okay, hopefully everything from a foot all the way up has just started to just fire a little bit more. Okay, which then just allows everything up here, allows it just to be a little bit easier. Again, if that hasn't happened quite for you yet, or if it's a strength issue, your legs are on fire, okay, grab that hockey stick, okay, and just pop a little bit of weight through it, just so you can keep that tempo going, okay, and keep that movement quality nice and high, okay. If not, okay, you want to really destroy yourself and go up into a level 3, okay, you're just going to come up into those jumps into there, but you still want to work on that 4 seconds on our way down, that real good deceleration of that explosive movement, and straight back up into the next one. 10 seconds rest, okay, then we'll come on to our other leg for the final time. So again, if you need to, hockey stick for balance, or just to take a little load off, okay, if that leg's on fire. If your leg is on fire, it should be on fire. Absolutely fine, just to make it a little bit easier so you can find that quality again. Okay, what tends to happen when stuff gets tired is we reduce that range, right? You're just like, legs on fire, I'm just going to do this, okay? We want to use the whole range of that hip, right? In hockey, you're using that whole range of the hip the whole time. So when we do strength work, okay, we want to maximize where we have strength. Okay, so I want strength all the way through this movement rather than just the top part into there. Okay, so if you are struggling, okay, that's absolutely fine. You should be struggling by now. Okay, just take a little bit of weight off just to work that other leg, okay, as hard as you can. Okay, 10 seconds then before we then come into that last round. Okay, so hollow holds left, V-drags and push-ups. Okay, so 3, 2, 1. Okay, straight into that hollow hold. You're gonna tuck in nice and tight. Level 3. Okay, you're just gonna reach out, try and stretch your toes, try and set your hands, and then snap back in. Reach out as far as you can, keep that core as tight as you can. Snap back in. If that's too difficult, okay, you just come out as far as you can. So I feel here, kind of give a shake and be like, right, I can't take you any further. You're going to tuck back in again. Be like, right, that's where I'm at my limit. I'm going to tuck back in again. Okay, or You're just going to do single arm and single leg. Again, like your core should be pretty fatigued by now. So again, if you need to regress it, that's absolutely fine. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, a 10-second rest then before we come into V drags and finish on those push-ups. Okay, so here we go. 3, 2, 1. Last little bit of hard work with these V drags. Again, try and relate it to hockey that you're missing. Okay, imagine you're pre-season, maybe you're trying it for a new team. Okay, you want to show off your skills, get in a little mini game. Okay, or you're a goalkeeper, right? You want to be nice and sharp. Okay, showing those feet, seeing how big you can get, making sure you're keeping an eye on the game, okay, so you can make those quick reactions, make that worldly save. Again, or okay, you might be a forward, you really miss coming into there, taking snapshots, or you miss that backhand. Okay, whatever helps you really push hard through these movements. Okay, it's the last little bit that you're going to do today. So let's work as hard as you possibly can. We go for 10 seconds. Last little bit. Come on, let's see if you can move a little bit faster, a little bit lower. Keep that chest nice and proud. Okay, just change your direction. Okay, 10-second rest. Then before we come back into those push-ups. Last 5, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's go. Okay, last little bit of hard work this morning. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Try and stick with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, if you need to regress it, go for it. Okay, put those knees down. Okay, and sit back onto your heels if you need to. Okay, and come back up. Here we go. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, keep those hips coming up together. And core engaged. If you're doing this right, your abs should be on absolutely fire right now. Okay, trying to keep everything held together. 4 seconds down. Big push up. Okay, last 5. Big reach. Good. Awesome. Great work. Really, really good work. Okay, that's it. Take a rest. Okay, we're going to come into a bit of a cool down. So if you've got a water bottle, really you just go grab it now real quick. Okay, and then we're going to come in to a little bit of a stretch, a little bit of a just grab a quick sip of water. Feel free to keep on drinking during this. Again, we're going to use this hockey stick. We're going to open up these hip flexors, okay? So what you're going to do is rest a bit of weight on that hip flexor, on that hockey stick, sorry. And you're just going to sit into that stretch there. The whole idea of the hockey stick is I shouldn't be holding any tension through these legs, okay? Hockey stick to allow me just to like plop in that pose. Allow me to stretch off hamstrings, glutes, back on my hip flexors. And again, as I mentioned last week, if this kind of post-game routine allows you still to have a conversation with coaches, have a debrief, and everything like that, rather than you be facing the floor the whole time. Okay, we're just going to swap sides. So on this side, hopefully now you've got the movement, you've had a drink and stuff. So all I want you to do this time, so I just want to practice breathing through your nose. So just big deep breaths. Really feel those lungs. Might feel tough to start off with, but it's one of the quickest and easiest ways to recover. Right, we're designed to breathe through our nose rather than through our mouth. So big breaths in through your nose. Might be difficult to start off with. Give it 10-15 seconds and you'll experience like some really good calmness. Okay, similar sort of position then for the next one. Again, using that hockey stick again. Just going to straighten that front leg. You're just going to prop yourself into a hamstring stretch. Yeah, again, nice and chilled. nothing in these poses, okay, should be active. And what I mean is, like, you should be paying attention. This is what this hockey stick's here for. It's going to sit some of my body weight onto there. Okay, it's just so I can really feel a stretch come through that hamstring. You can either point your toe, okay, or you can grab hold of your toe and point it up. All that does is just moves the stretch a little bit down, more down into that calf and kind of gastroc area there. Okay, and we're just going to swap sides. Exactly the same. So again, I'm just going to plop some of my weight through that hockey stick and sit back and feel that stretch come through the back of my hamstring. And again, if you want to, maybe pull that toe up, again, feel that then move down into the calf and gastroc area there. Awesome. Then if you can, okay, either come onto knees, okay, or sit down onto your knees. If that's uncomfortable, okay, find some other position. Okay, you might want to sit on your step. What we're going to do, okay, is just going to grab that hockey stick. Then we're just going to loosen off those shoulders after those push-ups. We're just going to reach up just as high as you can into there. Okay, just kind of open up that chest again. Again, this movement isn't about as far as you can go. It's about the quality, okay? So try and make sure that you're not extending through the lower back to get extra range. Keep that core about 50% engaged. Just feel a stretch come through those shoulders and back down, okay? We're just going to do 3 more reps into there. Feel the stretch come through that chest area. There. And then just 1 more. Awesome. So I hope everyone's nice and sweaty after that today. It's a warm morning, so just make sure that you rehydrate after that session. Get something. If you struggle with hydration, just a quick tip: put a bit of squash in it, okay, and a little bit of sea salt. Sea salt is going to help your body retain that water rather than just flush it out. Especially if you're prone to kind of sweating a huge amount, it would just help your body just then rehydrate. Again, like if you need to shoot off, thanks very much for joining and commenting and stuff like that throughout the workout. Please like and share the video. Head over to Hockey for Heroes. Give our page a like. Go over to Instagram, give that a like, and just kind of, if you want to, jump into the Hockey Hub, into our group. But again, thanks for joining, and we're going to head over to some Q&As that I think Joel has got for me. Yeah. We might be having a slight technical issue here. I think it says that I'm still live. It hasn't come up on anything. You all good? So as we mentioned on our chat on Monday night, strength and conditioning should be a must, right? Like it's kind of like it's not like a nice to have in a club. Like you should have some sort of structure around strength and conditioning at all levels. Probably the easiest way to implement it at club level is probably setting up standards at pre-season, kind of just setting up a structure of training that they're going to do some sort of strength and conditioning at the beginning of a training session. And that might just start off with 10-15 minutes of a circuit of what we've just done there, working some single leg stuff, working some core stuff, and then structuring your gameplay around kind of energy systems. So allowing people to have enough rest then to be able to peak as high as they can, or structuring some sort of game scenario around the outcomes that you want. So for example, if you want to overload the defensive like conditioning, get them to set up a transfer, and then you then rotate in your forwards every minute, so they keep the intensity nice and high, but you're going to have your back line absolutely blowing because they're not going to have a rest. Maybe do that for 4 or 5 minutes, and then kind of rest, debrief, and stuff like that. any sort of game structure around there, you're going to get a lot of buy-in from players, and players just want to play hockey, right? But I think the best way to do it is in pre-season. People expect it in pre-season. Just kind of set up your standards in pre-season and just do it before a training session. Implement 10-15 minutes of a little circuit like that. Work single leg. Hockey in every sport is a lot about single leg stuff and some core. I don't think you'll go too far wrong. So the impact of not being hydrated enough for a game. So majority of your body is made up of water. It works in pretty much every process in the body. Blood's majority water. So if you're underhydrated, your blood gets just slightly a little bit thicker, and then that has a detrimental effect on how it delivers oxygen and nutrients and everything to your muscles. So that's kind of like at like a physiological performance wise. Mental capacity, right? Your brain's majority water as well. When that starts to get dehydrated, you might end up getting a headache, especially like maybe like a day like today, you're playing a game, you're a little bit dehydrated, end up with a headache, or you'll just make worse decisions, right? Your brain's just not firing as much as it should do, and you'll just kind of make some poor decisions throughout that game. So it's hugely important, and it needs to be done like 3 or 4 hours before a game. If you're preloading, if you're just like smashing a bottle of water, a liter of water, 45 minutes before a game, one, that's not going to sit well in your stomach, but two, your body's not going to be able to use that volume of water in one go. So it's just going to get rid of the majority of it and just flush it out. So it's all about kind of preparing before, because it will have a massive impact on your performance in a game and your health. Hopefully that helps. Oh, okay. Yeah, so just a little request from someone for next Saturday, doing a kind of more of a stretch and breathing recovery session. More than happy to do that. Again, guys, like these sessions are for you and for you to be getting something out of lockdown, keeping you fit and healthy. So if there's stuff that you guys want me to add in, want me to take out, or anything like that, then more than happy to kind of like help facilitate that. So yeah, I think recovery and stretching and stuff like that is something that's undervalued in sport. I think everyone's kind of guilty of just being like, oh, I don't need to stretch as much, or much I would just go for a run. So yeah, so absolutely we can kind of add in that for them for next week. So in terms of sort of question was, is there anything that we as Hockey for Heroes can offer clubs and stuff like for strength and conditioning? Absolutely. As I said at the end of the last video, if you guys are struggling for strength and conditioning, not quite sure where to turn, or want more advice on recovery, nutrition, and performance, like we're the people to go to. So you can either go to me directly, or you can go through Hockey for Heroes. So I'm Matt Alexander. You'll find me on Facebook as Matt Alexander, the strength coach, or my personal profile. I don't really mind which one you go through, or you can go through Hockey for Heroes directly. But I studied strength and conditioning at a university. Got accredited by UK Strength and Conditioning Association. Worked with GB Rowers, worked with Surrey Cricket, and I currently work in the city as one of the top PTs available in a luxury gym. That's all based around science and stuff like that. So if you guys are struggling, not quite sure where to turn to, there's a lot of PTs and stuff out there that use strength and conditioning as a term and aren't necessarily qualified in it. Then come to us, right? And we do our best to kind of help you out and guide you in the right direction. Yeah, so if you don't know, I've got Joel in my ear. I'm not just talking to myself. Yeah, and that's another thing that we can offer. I'm more than happy to offer is that we can come down to your clubs and run seminars and presentations for cult sides, all the way up to your veteran sides that will be kind of tailored to that level and to their knowledge level around strength and conditioning, nutrition, and recovery. So, if that's something that you feel that your club's lacking, or if you want to add that value to your club, then please get in touch, and we'll organise that for during the season when we're finding out a lockdown. Cool. So again, thank you very much, guys, for joining me. Make sure you hydrate after the session today. It was kind of warm. Please like and share the video. Let's give everyone access to kind of like doing a hockey specific workout if they managed to miss it this morning. And we will see you guys next Saturday at the same time. Cheers. Bye.